Alright, this is the last video for multiplication. In the first two videos, we talked about representing multiplication facts, describing a multiplication expression as a comparison, such as 3 times as much as 24, and we talked about using strategies and algorithms to multiply a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. In this video, we're going to be focusing on the last two TEKS on this instructional talk page, and that is 3.4K and 3.5B. And if you notice, both of those are readiness standards, because if students can multiply, that's great, but they have to apply what they know about multiplication to solve problems. So the solving problems piece, being able to understand what context with action in the story represents multiplication, and then being able to successfully multiply, is what is going to be tested and is what is ultimately expected of the students by the end of 3rd grade. So as a reminder to that, we're going to make sure that we are not teaching kids keywords such as in, all, each, total. All of those are keywords. Anytime we tell students, if you look at this word in a problem, this is the operation you are going to use, that is a key word. So we want to make sure that we don't do that to students, limit students to only thinking that, to looking to one word. We want to make sure that they are reading the whole problem and determining the action that is happening in the problem. For multiplication, that action is combining equal groups. And this is the poster that you have up in the room that will help students to think through that. I recommend when you're starting out working on multiplication problems, don't just do a page of multiplication problems, because students don't have to guess at the action. Make sure you are mixing in addition and subtraction problems as well. Because what students have to do is they have to be able to determine, is this addition or is it multiplication? Both give me greater answers. So which operation is it that I need to use? Am I joining or am I combining equal groups? Okay. I recommend sorts at the beginning of multiplication problem solving. Do not have students solve the problem, just have them sort the word problems based on what operation that they would do. You will be using QtPack, of course, with during this time. There is a separate QtPack video, so I won't go over that thinking process with you right now. And after students successfully solve problems, multiplication problems, they also have to be able to represent them. So for instance, they have to represent them with arrays. And those arrays can be just pictures. It can be centimeter paper, just like we've looked at before. So I'm just going to draw a real quick one. So you may see 3 times 4 like this. You may see 3 times 4 like this. But they may have arrays that they are representing the problem with. Definitely they'll have to represent problems with equations. Okay, so have my factors of 3 times 4 and my product of 12. And then they're going to have to represent with strip diagrams. Now we did strip diagrams with addition and subtraction. Remember that I said when I'm looking for the whole or the total, right, or the whole, in addition, my parts are going to be unequal because I'm adding unequal parts. But in multiplication, your parts need to be as equal as possible. So 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so they are going to represent with arrays, equations, and strip diagrams, okay? Make sure also that one important thing is students need to be able to look at representations and see if they match the word problem, okay? So it's not just about students drawing the representations, but it's also about them evaluating representations to see if the correct representation was created. That's actually a higher level task than just creating the representation. Okay, I think that is it for solving multiplication word problems and representing multiplication word problems. Take a look at that instructional talk page and let me know if you have questions.